What is up, my friends? Good morning. Well, I don't know what time you're watching it, but it's morning here. I am going to make another Swineapple using my knowledge from the last Swineapple I made. You can see that video right there in that corner, and it should take you right to that video where I made the Swineapple. Now what we're going to do is use we're going to cook this tenderloin, stick it inside a cord and freshly chopped and everything pineapple. We're going to just peel it and core it, leave a hole big enough for our cooked tenderloin, and then we're going to make the best barbecue sauce you ever had using some ketchup, some spicy mustard, and some like smoked salt. Then we're going to put that with bacon around it and the barbecue sauce on it in my smoker. Oh, good Lord, look at the water spots on that one. I just cleaned it though. Yes, in that smoker right there that I made, and there is a link to the video of me making that smoker. Alright, so let's get some shit done. Alright, so what we've done is we've taken our tenderloin and we've gotten all of the connective tissue off the outside of it, and we have put it in a kind of a tent, foil tent, where with ponzu sauce and some Lil Doggy smoked salt. Alright, we're going to cook that according to the instructions. You can use a teriyaki, you know, they put them in different color marinades or whatever. You know, you can use the teriyaki if you want. That sounds good. Just make sure it's something that goes with pineapple, you know. Alright, we're going to cook this according to the instructions, and we'll get back with you. Alright, since you watched the other one, you know essentially what I did. You know what I said I would do is take a whole piece of tenderloin, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it on the bias, corner to corner here. That way I can slide the two pieces in. I have basically cut out, well, it's basically the same size as my tenderloin, really. That's what I cut out of there. It's what I wanted to cut out of there. You just use a thin knife and long and cut out a hole, right? And you've seen other people cut them down the middle and all that. No, you don't want to do that. You want this thing whole, okay? Now, we'll take our tenderloin, and it should just go right in there, and I'll show you after I'm done. Alright, so what we did, instead of the little pieces of pork like we did in the last video, we used a whole pork tenderloin. We cooked it. Pineapple has an enzyme that breaks down the connective tissue in pork and makes it kind of mealy and mushy. So you really don't want to. It just wasn't all that great. When I come to this side was a little bit smaller, just a little bit. It came all the way to the end, just a little bit smaller, but this end had a little bit left over, so I cut it off and shoved it up in there. This end was a little bit bigger, so I cut it off and shoved it up in this end. So from the last time, I made a big, huge, giant mess. So this time, I'm just going to inject barbecue sauce into the pineapple in certain places, and then brush it in pineapple, or brush it in our barbecue sauce, which I've added a bunch of brown sugar to. It makes it just perfect. Brown sugar, doggy salt, and ketchup and spicy mustard. You want to add ponzu sauce, you want to add some kind of, I use a little Cholula chili lime sometimes, or you can use the spicy doggy salt. Or what we've got coming up is I'm going to do like a lime salt for vegetables. Oh, you're going to love this shit. Alright, I'm going to get at this, and then we'll put it out on the smoker. Woohoo! Alright, it looks like a barbecue murder scene. We got the pineapple there. We got a little bit of bacon wrapped around. You ain't got to have the fancy ass bacon weave or whatever the hell. That bacon, from experience, I'm telling you, it's going to disintegrate for most part. You're not even going to be able to pull a strip of bacon off. Now, I doubled up on it. I took a strip, flipped it over, and you know, so you got book matched, but you got bacon and fat here and bacon and fat here, so, or meat and fat and meat and fat. So opposing on two sides, you know, 2 strips of bacon, and then put it 2 strips, 8 strips of bacon there, a strip around each one of the cores, and then I'm gonna put some spicy doggy salt on top of that. Well, off to the smoker. Alright, about 2.5 hours later, it's done cooked down. We put barbecue sauce on it again. Yeah, the pineapple cooks pretty good. I'm gonna cook that another hour or so. And now, an hour later. Alright, it's time to take them off. Boy, that looks so good. Swineapple. And there you go, there's the Swineapple. Cut that in like 1 inch thick or whatever. Man, that is so good. Maybe get a little more riper pineapple than what we had. Get one that's turned golden brown probably on the outside of it. That'll cook a little quicker. But we cooked it long enough where we made up for it. Man, that looks so good. Alright. Sure hope you enjoy it. Like, share, subscribe, and favorite the videos. Share them with your friends and enjoy the Swineapple. Oh, try our chili too. Alright. Y'all have a good one.
Lil Doggy.